Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Hella pissed off, man. I listened to the Larry Elders and the Charlemagne the God thing. I wasn't gonna do a video on it, but so a subscriber, I can't think of his name, I forgot. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna talk about that later on tonight. I'm gonna do another video on that. I'll probably record it and then I'll put it out, or I might do it in the morning. But I did read the video. I did watch the video, even though I was getting pissed off. And it wasn't even by Larry Elders. It was mainly by Charlemagne. But Sino did a video on it. But he talked about it. But I went and actually watched the video myself. And I'm going to talk about it later. I might do it tonight. Depending on how I feel. Now, treylance, there were so many reports in the off season. There were so many things being said that that was said about how his character was, and asking if he's making progress. They're putting him on the trade block because Purdy went on a 13, I believe, it was like a 8-9 game, 7, 8, 9 game. I don't know how many games, but he won down the stretch. After Jimmy G got hurt, Brock Purdy came in, handled the offense, and everything was good. Then they talked about bringing Sam Darnold in because Kyle Shanahan has this mad scientist type of approach where he wants to try to make something out of nothing. Sam Darnold has showed you he's trash, just like Baker. I am so sick and tired of these goddamn white privilege ass quarterbacks. Stop. Just because they're white doesn't mean they're good. Okay? It's more sorry ass white players than it is black players. Especially at quarterback. These are the only guys I know who could bounce around to 20 teams and still have a job. Oh, because he could just drop back and throw the ball. A black quarterback could do that too. Y'all just don't put him in that position to do it. Y'all pick the sorriest of the black quarterbacks and then be like, see, it did not work with him. Well, how about you put him in his own system? After you put him in his own system, how about you give him weapons he played with in college, like y'all did Joe Burrow? Now, I'm not saying treylance is the second coming of Randall Cunningham or whatever, or Brett Favre or whatever. I'm just saying, give the man a chance. Put him in his own playbook. You're a goddamn coach, Kyle. I keep telling y'all this guy's overrated. And all y'all do is praise how genius he is. He ain't no damn genius. All he did was bit his dad's playing style. But the only difference is his quarterbacks get hurt. Whereas his running backs got hurt. Because his dad ran the running backs into the ground. That's why Terrell Davis' career was so short. Treylance did not get a fair shake. And even the fans know it. I work around fans. These fans out here, the Latinos, they love the Niners, the Raiders, or the Cowboys. You have a few that like the Steelers and other teams, but the majority is Cowboys, Raiders, and Niner fans. So this is the hypocrisy that I'm talking about. John Lynch was on a radio show talking about how, Trey was, he did his best. He really improved, he was kind of devastated, because he put so much work into it being he wasn't devastated because of that. He was devastated because you bastards didn't give him no time. And allegedly, he asked for a trade. But you guys have been doing so much to make him look bad because y'all don't want him to go somewhere else and show that he can actually play. That's what y'all doing. I seen the bullshit sabotage. It's the same thing y'all did to Lamar Jackson with his contract situation. You bastards are not slick anymore. Y'all not. I read through that. That's why I made my page. To show people the hypocrisy of what's going on in the goddamn sports world. Especially football, which is one of the most racist, all of them racist. Not even gonna just say that. They're all racist. They're all prejudiced. But they try to put a damn bow tie on some shit. They get one token black dude to speak for everybody. You got Debo Samuel over here sucking off Brock Purdy. Done sucked everything out of Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy had a good down the stretch because nobody game planned against him. The difference between him and Tom Brady actually could throw the ball everywhere. Tom Brady in college led comebacks after comebacks when he was asked to quarterback. Purdy was okay in college, but he wasn't no goddamn blow off the screen type of quarterback. Treylance was mad because he knows he could have got that starting job. Then you brought in Sam Darnold because you guys were like, oh, even now John Lynch said this. Oh, we don't have to change our playbook that much to fit Brock Purdy when we go to Sam Darnold. That's the only reason why y'all got him. Y'all knew y'all weren't gonna let Treylance start. That's why y'all put him in that bullshit ass system the first game. Y'all had him running Purdy plays. You know how I know? Because Purdy ran the same goddamn offense last year. Jimmy G ran the same goddamn offense last year. Y'all sabotaged that kid. Y'all know y'all didn't want that kid. You know you didn't want him. Why did you take him, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan? Why did y'all take him? Y'all should have went with Whack Jones. Matt Jones would have probably been better with you, but he would have ran into the same problem. Can't throw past the damn 30, 40 yards. Consistently. Don't give me that one or twice time they threw it and got lucky. I mean consistently throw the deep ball. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. This is why we don't like these damn people like Kyle Shanahan and these coaches and all these people, because this is what they do. They do this all the time. They do this all the time. They play with the public's mind. They start speaking all cool. And then he's trying to talk about, well, we're trying to do all the above, try to move them, or, he might even be on the roster as a third string type of quarterback. He ain't gonna be he don't want to be there now. Treylance is done with y'all. Because y'all lied to him. All this allegedly, by the way, y'all lied to that man. He was outplaying Darnold vastly. Even in the first game where he was getting the badass play calls, he still was balling. Darnold came in there and ain't do shit. Then y'all guys put him in the second game to start because y'all wanted Darnold to start. He got him a couple touchdowns and shit. But then Treylance came in there. Oh, he didn't even get him a couple touchdowns. No, they were down. I think he got him a touchdown. Treylance came in there, led the comeback and threw the game-winning touchdown, bastards. And y'all knew y'all didn't know what to do. So Kyle was like, well, bump it. I'm still going with Sam Darnold. You know why you wanted Sam Darnold? Because y'all wanted to start Purdy, and y'all know if Purdy get hurt, Treylance come in there and ball out, that's going to make y'all pissed off. Y'all don't want a Tebow situation. Y'all don't want that. Where y'all had Kyle Orton in there, he stunk the joint up. And I kept telling people, if you put Tim Tebow in his offense, which was a spread offense, he would have been fine. He's not a drop-back, consistent quarterback. That's what people don't understand. Y'all don't understand no goddamn football. Y'all are so stuck on 1965. These old ass plays. Back then, quarterbacks weren't even throwing the ball that much. They were running it. You know, the shit is sad. Sad as hell. How they treated that man Treylance. It's bullshit. So now he's gonna be traded. Then they asked John Lynch. They asked John Lynch at the end, yo, John, like, so did his people come to you and ask for a trade? John Lynch was like, no, they did not ask for a trade or anything. And he said it so vehemently, like he too good to answer the question. Then he trying to talk about, well, we didn't know this was going to hit the fan like this. Mother effer, how didn't you know this was going to hit the fan? Y'all gave up 3 picks, John Lynch, for Treylance, you dumbass. Listen, we have got to stop hiring these guys because they're white. A lot of these dudes are idiots, my G. A lot of them are idiots. I'm trying to figure out how this idiot didn't know that it was going to be a big ass deal. Like, dude, he was the 3rd overall pick. Y'all traded up to go get him. Nobody told you. Why would y'all trade up to get him if y'all weren't going to develop him? Y'all had to develop him. He only played a few games, dumbass. If y'all knew y'all weren't going to develop him, y'all should have let him go to another team later. Now y'all done killed the man's confidence. Then they're talking about the plan is we're going to have Sam Darnold play and then we're going to let Treylance take snaps. They done let the shit hit the fan. You going to put this dude 3rd string behind Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold ain't shit. He wasn't shit at USC. All he is a turnover machine. The white boy can't even spell his last name right. It's supposed to be Arnold. He spelled it Darnold. Dude was trash at USC. And everybody hyping this sorry bastard up. Y'all hyped him and Baker Mayfield up. Caker Trashfield. And then Bucs fans have the nerve to say, we're going to be all right. No, we not. Not with both of them quarterbacks. Caker Trashfield. Listen, the Bucs need to trade for Treylance right now. Y'all need to trade for Treylance. Y'all need to bench these 2 sorry-ass white boys and let Treylance develop with the team. Develop with these receivers. Because these guys aren't it. Baker is going to get his whole shit peeled. Trask is just trash. So I'm telling you, it is not looking good. But Treylance was sabotaged. He was did dirty. And the truth will come out later. You got a lot of fans feeling like this is bullshit. They did that man dirty. And this is what they do. But see, the fans are the main ones who will let this shit happen. Y'all don't hold these organizations by affecting their pockets by not going to the games and actually showing change. Y'all don't care. That's why when they talked about Black Lives Matter, I'm like, first of all, the group is trash. Who runs the Black Lives Matter? They're trash. And then the things that you guys are doing is stupid. Like, very stupid. Stupid as hell. Sad as hell. Very sad. Very sad what they did to that man, dog. Y'all ain't even get a man a chance. Y'all could have let the man get a chance. And if the man would have failed, if you gave him a proper chance, then I'd have been like, bet, cool. But y'all didn't want to deal with him because you saw Brock Purdy. See, they thought Brock Purdy wasn't going to be ready, but Brock Purdy worked himself back to be ready. So they were like, okay, we're gonna just go with Treylance in camp. You know, because they didn't think Sam Darnold was gonna be all that, but Sam Darnold took their eye. They're like, man, he got an arm. Like, you got Kyle Shanahan over there like, man, yeah, you know, Darnold's good, you know. And then tried to compare Darnold to Steve Young by saying, well, Steve Young didn't start his career early on. Listen here, you bum-ass white boy. Steve Young was way better than this white boy. He was way better than Darnold. Steve Young could run. And Steve Young could throw. He could throw the ball on the money. Darnold can't do that under pressure. He's barely getting attacked, and he's giving the ball up. Crazy as heck, man. I can't believe it. But that's how it is. So, the next move for him, if I'm Treylance, I'm seeing if I can get traded to a team where I'll be able to get a chance, where I'll be able to develop. To me, the team he ought to look at is Tampa. Minnesota, definitely. If they could get Minnesota back on the phone, that would be a great deal with Minnesota. Excuse me. The Raiders, if I'm the Raiders, I look into them, even though they got that O'Connell kid who looked awesome. I think he's going to start over Jimmy G. Well, I think Jimmy G going to start, but I think that kid could make a case to start opening day. That's 3 teams. Excuse me. The Dolphins ought to look into them. But I think they're stacked up. I would look at it's not really a lot of teams. I gotta look at the teams list. Because the Chargers, they got somebody. They got Herbert. I would look at the Rams. If he can get over to the Rams with Sean McVay, I think Sean McVay could work with Treylance. I think that'll be a good pickup going to the Rams. So I think the Rams and the Bucks, those are 2 teams I would look into. Yeah, the Rams, Bucks. Las Vegas is okay. They got them a quarterback. I like that O'Connell kid. He's gonna be nice. Let's see. The Vikings, the Rams, Bucks, and the Vikings. I like that. That will work. Trying to think. You have the Packers got a quarterback. Excuse me. Let me see. The West, all the teams really got quarterbacks in the AFC West. The AFC South, everybody's pretty much set on their QBs in the South. I would look at trying to think. That's the AFC South. The AFC North, everybody's set with their quarterbacks. AFC East, Bills, Jets are cool. If I'm the Patriots are cool. They just gotta they just have to do, what do I say, process of elimination, and they could find their guy with the Patriots. So now the AFC basically is stacked up. Like, there's really nowhere he could go. The Broncos, I think he ought to look at the Broncos. I think that'll be good for Sean Payton. Like I said, Russell Wilson, we don't know how many years he has left. Hey, you can slide Treylance right in there right after Russ. So that's the Broncos. I think the Broncos would be good to look at. The Raiders, I just don't know. I think the Raiders got O'Connell. I think he'll be good. So I don't think he ought to go. But the Raiders, I'll say the Raiders. I'll say the Raiders in Denver. And that's about it in the AFC. Everybody else is clogged up now. In the NFC East, I think he ought to look at the Washington Redskins. The Washington Redskins he ought to look at, because Sam Howell, what do we know? Do we think he's going to be all that? We don't know. You know, everybody else, if I'm the Giants, I'm looking into Treylance, because, hey, if Daniel Jones doesn't work out in the next 2-3 years, you got you another quarterback you could develop and put him right in there. I would look at that. Dallas, if I'm Dallas, I would look into him, because are you really sure about Cooper Rush? Exactly. Now the NFC North, the Vikings are one team. I said Detroit should be fine. The Packers should be fine. The Bears, they're fine. Let's see. The South, the Bucks, we definitely need a quarterback. If I'm the Falcons, I'm not sold on Ritter yet until I see him play for a full season. So if I'm the Falcons, I try to make that trade. So the Falcons and Bucks ought to look at Treylance. But to me, Treylance would get a better start in Tampa if Tampa doesn't act too racist or prejudiced. The Bucks, if they're not too bad, you know. Now we look at the that was the NFC South. The NFC West, nobody. You know, not nobody really. So that's all I got. I mean, let me know, man. Like, what teams do you feel would he fit? Again, I will run down through it again. In the AFC East, there's really no team that that would how do I say, that will want him. You know, I don't see anybody in the AFC East. Everybody's pretty stacked up. The AFC North is stacked up. The AFC South, that's pretty much everybody got their quarterback or idea who they want. In the South, in the West, if I'm the Broncos, I'll try to trade for him, because I can have a backup guy to replace Russ in a few years, maybe 3 or 4 years. That's what I would do. Or if I'm the Raiders, I would try to bring him in to, you know, in case O'Connell doesn't make it or whatever. But really, in the AFC West, I would pick the Broncos to go to, because he could develop under Sean Payton. Sean Payton is very good with quarterbacks. The NFC East, like I said, Washington. If I'm Washington and the Giants, I'm going after Treylance. Seriously, I would do it, because I'm not sold on them two teams quarterback situation. If I'm Dallas, I might try to do it, but I see, you know, but for sure, Washington and New York Giants. Philly is fine, and Dallas. So now the AFC North, I would go with the Vikings. That's it, the Vikings. The South, I would go with the Bucks and the Falcons. The Bucks and the Falcons, to me, should look into Treylance. And then out West, really nobody. So that's my take on it. Let me know in the comment section, what did you feel about how they treated Treylance? Did they treat him fair? Did they treat him like BS? I'm going to talk about the Charlemagne the God thing later tonight or tomorrow in the morning. But let me know about Treylance, and do you think, what team do you feel Treylance would suit right now? So thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to the description box hitting that link to the Cash App. And you also can take that number from my Zelle that's in the description box, that number right there, and you can plug it in, and basically you could Cash App me there. You guys can super chat when we go live or premiere, and you can also leave a super thanks. You guys, like tomorrow at 12 Eastern time, it's over. You cannot get into the league. So please, if you're trying to get into the league, we still have some spots left. Go ahead and donate your 20 to me. You could find me on Instagram. You guys could DM me there, or you could send it to my email. All that's in the description box, my email and my Instagram, whichever way suits you, or Twitter if you want to DM, you could do that. You know, you guys can also, like I said, let me know tomorrow night. I am going to explain the rules of our fantasy league. I'm going to explain the rules, and I'm going to break down the slots, like who's going to be on the team. Like, I'm going to break it down like the quarterback. I'm going to show you what positions you need to fill. That's better. Well, I'm going to show you guys what positions that's going to be filled. So I'm going to explain everything about our fantasy league tomorrow. Again, if you're trying to get into the fantasy league, please hit me up in my email or Instagram, DM me. All of that is in my description box. You can find ways to get to me. Look at my description box. That are ways you can get to me. Okay, so let me know. And also, when you listen to this video, let me know where do you think Treylance is gonna go, and do you think Treylance was sabotaged? Thank you for listening. I'm out. Deezy.